Welcome back, everybody. In the kitchen with Chef Ken, who is an area chef, cooked at many different restaurants and country clubs. And today's all about the Thanksgiving sides. Are you cooking Thanksgiving?
Nope.
Well, you're out in the woods, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's right. But I know you have it at one point or another. You do a big Thanksgiving dinner.
Well, we raised chickens earlier this year, so we're going to stuff 2 of our chickens that we raised instead of stuffing a turkey because they're about the size. So we're going to try stuffing chicken.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be wonderful no matter what you do. And when we were looking at our recipes, I thought, oh, we need a really great potato recipe that will, round out what we're doing today. And Ken said, no problem, I got one for you. So tell us about what we're doing here.
Well, kids and bacon, well, me and bacon. I don't think I make anything that doesn't have bacon in it. I get a lot of grief about that. You and your soup, me and my bacon. So the kids love ranch. I'm beginning to utilize the dry mix a little bit just for quicker, easier things. So that's what we did. I'm coming up with the bacon and the ranch mix and a little sour cream and some milk. And then I like to use yellow potatoes, and I leave the skins on.
Okay.
One little bit more nutrition in with the skin in, but also has a little texture to it as well. And they also cook quicker than your Idahos because the starch content is less, so they're cooking faster.
And they do have that buttery color. I really like the yellow ones too. So anytime you don't have to peel anything, hey, I'm all about that. So
absolutely.
We chunked them up. We boiled them for what, 15, 20 minutes until they start to get soft?
Right, until they start to get soft. And then what I'm going to do over here is I've got 1.5 cups of milk. And I'm going to add my milk in first. And then I'm going to put my 1 packet of ranch dry mix.
Dry ranch, which I'm a ranch nut myself. Both my kids are into it. And I have also started flavoring things with it because in that packet you can do so much more than just the ranch dressing. It really has some killer flavor.
Oh, absolutely. And you can embellish it any way you want. Now in here I've got 1 cup of sour cream because we got to have some good rich cheesy potatoes. So we're going to add the sour cream in there.
Load them up, man.
And this I'm just going to pair off here. Keep this in the dish.
Now do you need a big bowl to start mashing these babies?
Actually, I'm going to drain them in the colander.
Okay. And do you want to just mash them right in here?
Yep, and we'll mash them right in the pot.
Okay.
And then you can use a handheld mixer, or you can use just a regular whisk. A lot of times I'll use a wire whisk, just a stiffer wire on the whisk just to beat them up right in the pot.
And I have to tell you, it scares me to use a mixer for mashed potatoes because I've been burned and over-mixed them. Right. So I think if you do, you got to take it easy, right? Is that I hate when they get gluey. I'm not a big fan of gluey.
Well, in gluey, a lot of that has to do with how long you cook your potatoes.
Okay.
So to this, what I'm going to do is I've got 2 tablespoons of butter here.
Okay.
Which I'm just going to cut down into a couple of different chunks.
Okay. I'm looking for the old hand masher. You got it?
Go ahead and start with this just to get them chunked up. Now this is one dish that I've done a couple of different ways. I've done it as scallop potatoes, where you don't cook your potatoes ahead of time and you just scallop them up in a pan, mix it all together, throw it in the oven for an hour.
With that sour cream mixture.
With the sour cream mixture in there, so then they get really super rich and creamy in the oven. This is one that I like to do because I love the smells of Thanksgiving around the house. Yeah. So this is one where you start your potatoes, you get the smell, and you do this right before you put it out and serve it as a mashed potato. Okay. Or you can do it in a dish the day ahead of time and then just throw it in the oven with everything else.
Okay, so that's a good one too. This is another one where you can do it at the last minute, or you can get it in a casserole dish and warm it in the oven.
I like to always have lots of options with the different ways, just because you never know. People could be on time. We had a Thanksgiving, people were supposed to bring stuff and they showed up with nothing. Yeah. And you ad-lib right then and there.
Right.
So
come on in, we'll get it figured out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, okay.
So now to this, and again, I like to leave it chunky, just so you can kind of tell.
Because it looks like homemade that way. Let me get you a bigger spatula.
And we're going to stir in our cheddar cheese. Boy, I am all thumbs today.
It's a Monday, it's okay.
So we've got our sour cream mixture now.
Okay.
And then we're going to stir this in. Once we get that stirred in, we're going to top it with the bacon and the scallions. And then this is one that you can either serve right away, or you can bake it in the oven. And if I bake it, I don't bake it very long. I bake it for about 15 minutes at 350 just to warm it through, because everything's hot right now.
Right.
So this is not your typical mashed potato, but it's not necessarily scallop. It's somewhere in between.
Okay, it's all good. I want to eat a big spoonful of this. So in it goes. Bacon
Right
on top.
Yep, bacon on top.
You're going to help me out
Yep.
there? Thanks. And then the scallions bakes for about 15-20.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's good for right now.
Oh. And there you go. We'll put Chef Ken's recipe on our website. That looks fantastic.
Well,
oh
thank you.
my gosh. Wow. Ooh, no calories in that whatsoever.